to the show. Welcome to the Show. These are my office hours, and we are live and in color. We're live and we're in color, okay? Um, I don't even know what today is. Today, Wednesday? I think today's Wednesday. I believe it is. Regardless, we're here. We're live. We're in color and we're back with my office hours. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Um, it is. I just cannot wait till Friday. I cannot wait to get paid on Friday because I have so many things I want to do with this money. Um, it's been a very interesting week. What else can I say? I've got a video out right now that you guys ought to go check out. It's titled New Nightmare Unlocked. Your photos are being used to advertise glory holes. Go watch that video. It's very important. Very, 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 very important that you go watch that video because your photos are being used to advertise glory holes. It's despicable, disgusting. Um, and there should be laws against that. I'm sure there's a law against this already, but what can I say? What can I say? Um, anyway, let's start off the stream as always with a reading from the Daily Stoic, and then we'll just open it up. Oh, today's the 25th. Okay, so very, very short passage. That's all we're going to be reading today. Very, very short passage. Um, and it is titled Wealth and Freedom Are Free. I'll read it again. Wealth and freedom are free. The quote: Freedom isn't secured by filling up on your heart's desire, but by removing your desire. Epictetus Discourses. There are two ways to be wealthy: to get everything you want, or to want everything you have. Which is easier right here and right now? The same goes for freedom. If you chafe and fight and struggle for more, you will never be free. If you could find and focus on the pockets of freedom you already have, well, then you'd be free right here, right now. I love this. Short and sweet and to the point and poignant, and I feel like I'm gonna read it again because it's that amazing. Um, and I think there's some nuggets of wisdom here that I think is very, very important. It says there are two ways to be wealthy. The first and the most common way to get wealthy is to get everything you want, or, and the second way to become wealthy, which is less common, or to want everything you have. Which is easier right here and right now? The same goes for freedom. If you chafe and fight and struggle for more, you will never be free. If you could find and focus on the pockets of freedom you already have, well, then you'd be free right here, right now. I love it. I only do shout outs for super chats. Super chats will give you an immediate shout out. 99 cents for a shout out. Throw me some jewels. Throw me something and I'll give you some shout out. But thank you, baby girl. Thank you. So yeah, I like that a lot. That's really interesting. I think it's poignant. I think it's short. It's sweet. It's to the point. I think it's great. Hey Jessica, how are you, Jessica? What's going on? Long time no see, no speak. Jessica Fox, how are you? How are you? So I guess let's get into the title of the stream. Um, let's get into the title of the stream because I'm being a little bit clickbaity here because I can never be a liberal. But the reason I um the reason I titled tonight's stream this way is because this really interesting thing is happening. And it's a bit annoying, to be honest. It's a bit annoying, not because I'm doing anything wrong or I feel compelled to be any differently than I am, but it just reminds me about how fucking dumb you bitches are on the internet. It's just an awful reminder about how fucking dumb you bitches are. You know, I gained a sizable amount of subscribers during the last presidential election. And it's no secret or there's no shame that I was openly voting for Donald Trump in that election, right? Don't regret my vote, whatever. So in that moment, I gained a lot of Republican subscribers, conservatives, and MAGA, and all this shit. And it's just really interesting because I've never claimed in my entire life to to love Trump. In fact, for most of my life, I've been a never Trumper, right? I've been someone who thought I would never vote for that dirty, disgusting bastard. Anyway, I'm not going to litigate all the reasons that I ended up voting for him, but I voted for him not because I just love Trump so much, and not because I'm MAGA, not because I'm some Republican, right? So anyway, now that we're like knee deep into his second administration, we have seen how terrible of a human being he is. We've seen that he is allegedly a pedophile, according to some people's opinions. We've seen how he's ruining the economy. We've seen how he's betrayed 90% of the promises that he made to the American people. We've seen how terribly Republican leadership is managing this country, despite the fact that they hold the House, the Senate, and the Supreme Court, and the presidency. We've seen it all. We've seen them spend more money than Democrats. We've seen them get into probably the most deeply unpopular war in American history. So we've seen all this shit, and I'm not married to politicians. I don't revere any politician. Okay, I think most politicians are demonic. I think most politicians are demonic, disgusting, and evil. Okay, to be quite frank with you, and that's something I've always said. Now, sometimes you vote for demons because you don't have many other choices. It happens. But anyway, I've been pointing out all these things that Trump has done, and all of a sudden, in my comments and on my lives, now I'm a liberal, according to these maggots, according to these dumb fucking cult following cunts. All of a sudden, I'm I'm a liberal. Um, to be quite frank with you, it seems as though you dumb fucking cunts are the liberals because I haven't changed my positions or my principles on a goddamn thing. Not one thing have I changed my position on. But baby, but baby, there are MAGA people who were going up and on about what they believe in and their positions. But now that Trump has switched his position on those issues, now all of a sudden it's okay. Baby boy, I don't switch up. So this is just a PSA to everybody out there that watches me. Um, I'm fucking consistent. I'm always consistent. No matter how it makes me look to any particular group or audience, I remain consistent. My principles rarely, very rarely do they change. Okay? It doesn't matter who's in the White House. It doesn't matter, who's paying what bill. It doesn't matter if I agree with them about one thing and now I disagree with them about something else. I'm always going to be consistent. And instead of being up in my comments calling me a liberal, a libtard, you need to be talking to your daddy Trump. You need to be talking to your big daddy Trump and asking him why he's behaving like a liberal. Why is he spending money like a liberal? Why is Trump getting into these endless wars like a liberal? The fuck? Why? You need to be asking Trump why no one's arrested. The fact that, okay, let's stop. The fact that it is more likely that Tucker Carlson will be arrested before anyone on the Jeffrey Epstein list, it says everything that needs to be said about this administration. It says everything about this administration that needs to be said, right? Where are the arrests, right? All of a sudden, during the Alex Preddy situation, all of a sudden, him having a gun is enough to crucify him. What? Wait a minute! I thought we were gun rights activists. Whatever happened to Second Amendment rights? All of a sudden, the MAGAs don't give a shit about gun rights. Alex Preddy had the right to bear arms. What the fuck are you talking about? Regardless of people's political opinions. Now, yeah, he was a dumbass. He was a dumb fucking ass. He was there for the wrong shit. And listen, karma works in mysterious ways, okay? But to somehow use him having a gun as somehow some him having a gun was what made him a criminal. I I believe in Second Amendment rights. So like, even though I disagree with him vehemently with his position on ICE and him combating ICE, I never criticized him for carrying a gun, right? Because that would be going against my principles. But you maggots out there, you people who have Trump's dick so shoved down your fucking throat, you have to just regurgitate everything that he says. Baby girl, I might be gay, but ain't nobody fucking me that bad. Okay? I'm not sucking dick that hard. So, the fuck? Um, girl, I have to get that little rant off. That rant's been sitting on my spirit. It's been sitting on my spirit. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jessica. De-Trumping the US, honey. We need to de-Trump the US. I tell you one thing, I cannot wait for Republicans to lose everything. I can't wait for them to lose everything. Um, I can't wait for them to lose everything because they have fumbled the bag so hard. They worked so strategically to gain libertarians like me. And I think the reason why a lot of libertarians voted for Trump, despite usually voting third party, because I usually vote third party, okay? Usually I vote third party. This is the first person in terms of presidential election, this is the first candidate from a major party I voted for, and since since Mitt Romney. Like, the last Republican or Democrat I voted for in the presidential election was Mitt Romney. I don't vote for these disgusting fucking party members. I just don't do it typically. So this was unusual for me to go outside what I usually do to vote for one of the major parties. And the reason why, again, I don't want to really get all the reasons why I did that, but one of the factors was that I saw a lot of libertarian influence in Trump's campaign. And listen, you're always, when you're voting as an American, you're always voting for the person that will cause the least amount of damage. And in my view, um, having libertarian influence in a campaign was kind of unheard of. There never in our history of American politics been a candidate that really tried to woo libertarians the way that the Trump administration did. And he did this effectively through Elon Musk and Vivek and a couple others as well. But obviously, he's not a libertarian, and he's gone back on literally every libertarian policy idea that he had. So first of all, I'm going to continue to call out every single goddamn politician, left and right, regardless of your fucking feelings. Get used to it. Get used to it. Okay. Again, I may be a homo, but I don't suck dick as big as much as the MAGA does. I'll never be that gay. I'll never be that gay. That one's been sitting on my chest for a while, yo. I had to get that off because I'm sick of being called a liberal. You cunts are the liberals. You are the cunts that are the liberals. What are you talking about? Big beautiful bill, the largest spending bill in American history, and you support that shit, and you want to call me a liberal? Girl, stop, stop the foolishness, stop, stop the foolishness. Anyone that supported the big beautiful bill, calling me a liberal, you're fucking retarded. Is what you are. That's what you are. It's giving low IQ. It's giving inconsistent. It's giving picky choosy when it comes to your principles. Stop. Leave me out. Leave me alone, girl. I can't. Let's read some comments. Um, Clickbait title. Yeah, I could never be a liberal. Sorry, it is a little bit clickbaity. Sorry. Sorry, it's a little clickbaity. I'm with my friend at the moment and getting drunk. Oh, have fun, Jessica. As long as you're leaving the MAGA cult. I was never a part of the MAGA cult, Smooth Bandit. Even Nick Fuentes hates him, so it's funny. It's so funny. A lot of people hate Trump, and as they should. He's a line scamming, most likely a pedophile. He's terrible. He's terrible. And despite him being all those things, I need y'all also to understand this. Because nuance is fucking y'all the fuck up. Nuance is always fucking y'all up so bad. And it's just like, I don't understand it because it comes so natural to me. But I can believe, in my opinion, that Trump is a pedophile, but I can still support specific policies that he promotes. Like when it comes to border security, when it comes to ICE, I can still support things from this administration and still fucking hate his fucking guts. And that's where y'all always lose me. Y'all either want to call me like I'm some MAGA court member, or on the other side like I'm some liberal that has TDS. I'm neither of those things, baby. Never have I ever been either of those things. I've never had TDS. I've never been liberal. I've never been a Trumper, and I've never been a MAGA member. So I don't understand where what happens is you cunts in the audience are biased, and you project your bias onto others, because if you are biased, then everybody else has to be biased just like you. Bitch, I'm not like you. I am better than you. I know they say that you shouldn't say that you're better than other people, but baby, I'm better than other people. I am. I know that for a fact. I'm not afraid to say that. I am better than a lot of you bitches out there. I am. Mm-hmm. I am. Not afraid to say it, because it's true. And I speak the truth. So deal with it. You ever been a call to agate? Yes, I have. Oh my god, I gotta load the PayPal. My emojis. Crimes. What you think he hasn't, and you will be the first. I feel you're more libertarian than liberal, Joe. I am. I'm a Mr. Fister. I like to say I'm a conservative leaning libertarian. Very conservative, according to Leah. Very conservative. I'm a closeted super conservative. You know, the older I get, the more conservative I do become. It's true. I mean, you know, people evolve. You know, hey, Salad. He definitely is, but leans conservative. Yep, exactly. Well, it wasn't just the maggots show. D. Trump, the USA. Give them some time, man. Even as badly as Trump has handled things, I gotta say, I don't know. I honestly feel like people are beyond tired of the super woke bullshit. I don't see another liberal in charge soon. Oh, I do, baby girl. Leah, listen. I do. I see. I see. I what I can't. I hate to say this. I hate to say this, Leah, but no one from the Trump administration will win the next election. The next, Anyone from this administration will not win the next presidential election. Y'all better come up with somebody else, honey. We're talking about we've had so many horrible marks on this administration. Number one, the economy. People are suffering. Now, whether you blame Trump for it or not, the fact is people are not doing well economically. It's just not a thing. People are not doing well economically. Okay? Number two, the Epstein files. This administration and their DOJ will go down as one of the most evil administrations ever for the way they've handled the Jeffrey Epstein files. People will not forget this. And we can talk all about, but what about Biden? But what about the Democrats? What about the Democrats? Democrats aren't in charge, baby girl. Democrats aren't in charge right now. Like I said before, we've got a Republican House, we got a Republican Senate, we got a Republican presidency, we got a Republican Supreme Court, and shit is still not getting done. It's unacceptable. And then this war in Iran, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's all being done for Israel, right? This is the last administration that Israel has their fangs sunk into. This will not end well for Republicans in the midterms. This will not end well. People are upset on both sides of the aisle. This isn't a MAGA. This isn't a left versus right. Everybody hates this war in Iran when you look at the polling. Okay? And yeah, all of MAGA supports it, but MAGA's 40% or less. You need more than that to move polls, to win shit in America. You need the middle. You need people like me, baby. And I'm not voting for Republicans. It's not happening. The pendulum will swing, and it deserves to swing until these people actually do what they say they're gonna fucking do. Because if not, we're all in hell anyway. Why not have different flavors of hell? keep it keep it interesting. Keep it interesting. No, I'm not voting for no Democrats. I can tell you that much. I'm not voting for any Democrats. Um, but a lot of people will not be showing up for Republicans. They deserve it. They deserve it. And we deserve it. And the people deserve it. You know. Uh, and people are sick of the woke bullshit, and I'm so sick of the woke bullshit. Um, Midterms will decide if he becomes useless in the second half. He's useless now. What are you talking about? What? What? What do you mean? Midterms will decide if he becomes useless in the second half. He ought to go to jail. Is MAGA the viable third party? No. Um, Glad you are better now. I was sick. DPD. Oh, hey, David Pritio Davila. Hello, Cho. Sorry, I'm late. What's the title? Sorry, clickbait. You know me. I'm just so fucking petty and disgusting. Clickbait. You know I can never be a liberal. As if. As if. No, I was just ranting about how a lot of maggots um, have watched some of my more recent videos and accused me of being a liberal and like I have Trump derangement syndrome and all this shit. There's still plenty of things that you know, plenty of policies that I support Trump on. As it relates to the border, I'm all in. I'm all in with him when it comes to immigration. I'm all in with Trump. You know, but like tariffs are not working out. When are y'all gonna give that up? When is MAGA gonna give that up? That tariffs are actually working. When are you gonna give that up? Y'all are still talking about tariffs being some amazing thing, and we still have not seen the economic prowess of these tariffs. It's another tax on consumers, on you and me. But libertarians, we try to tell y'all this. We tried to tell y'all this before. Gas prices are all out the wazoo right now. And then you got fucking Fox News with some bullshit propaganda talking about, well, gas prices, we have to all sacrifice a little bit in the meantime for the greater good. Somehow, somehow, gas prices increasing is now patriotic, according to Fox News. Kiss my goddamn ass. I can't. I cannot stand it when politicians and political elites, they piss on you and they tell you it's just raining. That that irks me to my soul. It irks me beyond belief. Major establishment Republicans and Fox News propaganda and right wing propaganda has somehow turned a increase in gas prices into somehow being something that we have to just put up with. But had it been a Democratic administration, they'd be going, "Oh my God, look at the gas prices now! Look at the gas prices now!" It's just like, I'm so fucking sick of it, y'all. These people have no fucking principles. It's all about how can I beat up my political enemies instead of how can I help my country? How can I support individuals in the United States of America? No, it's how can I beat up on my political enemies? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So, y'all gonna continue to hear me bitch, okay? When Biden was in the White House, I was bitching nonstop, okay? Now there's a lot for me to bitch about now. Now, when Democrats take over again, which they will, I'll be bitching about them too. I just need everybody to do the right thing, right? I don't have any teams. This is crazy. But no, I'm not a liberal. It's just clickbait. I thought it would be cute to say that I'm a liberal now. But I'm being accused of being one. Girl, it's the biggest, most beautiful you've ever seen. Such a beautiful. I mean, it's tremendous. The bill itself is just a thing of beauty. You've never seen something like this before. Yes, you can't make everyone happy. I know. Oh my God, I'm also, by the way, Leah, I'm also anti-Semitic and an Islamophobe. I am. So yeah, I've had some videos where I've talked about, Israel gang raping people, the IDF specifically, gang raping people, and then I had a video about how we're babying Islamic terrorists, and both of those videos I've been called an Islamophobe and also anti-Semitic. So now I'm both of those. It's just like you can't please like Leah. You're right. You can't please everybody. You can't. I'm everything. I hate everybody. Apparently, one minute I'm anti-Israel, and one minute I'm anti-Arabs. Maybe I'm anti both. I guess you can be both, and there is reason to be both. I guess you know, in terms of the politics of it all. But okay, whatever. I'm both apparently, allegedly. Um, Sounds like the perfect point of view to find the comic guy. I removed it bad time, and you really want to call him gay, you can. Very much so. Just saying, the older I get, the more conservative I get is the most conservative thing I ever said. Well, but it's true. It's true for me at least. We took you from like 97, 98 to no, you know you did. That was all Leah, by the way. By the way, if you guys want to watch a very great conversation, you need to is it on your channel or on my channel? I forget, but regardless, you need to search for Leah and I's discussion on abortion because I have really, really moved away from my position on abortion, and I think it's because of the conversation I had with Leah. Um, and it's a really riveting conversation. So go and watch that one. Um, Maybe a libertarian actually has a chance. Yeah, man, things are harder. That is true. I don't know. The people love JD. If he were to wait it out, announce late, and throw Trump under the bus, he might. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. And that's a good point, Leah, because it's a really good point. And the reason why is because if you notice, JD has been very quiet in general. Now, one of the reasons he's been quiet is because of his connections, his deep connections to Peter Thiel, who is definitely in all over the Epstein files. Okay, so I think he's being quiet because of that shit. Okay, because that alone is almost disqualifying, right? But also, when it comes to this war in Iran, he's been very, very quiet about that. And I think it's because certain parts of the Trump administration is kind of been like really against this shit. You hear about Joe Kent, probably probably JD Vance, probably other people in the administration has been silently, not publicly, but silently against what we're currently doing. And this is why I think JD Vance is not as vociferous as other people in the administration at promoting what's happening in Iran. And so it could be strategic. It could just be because that's his honest opinions. Um, but I don't know. I don't know, Leah. I think JD Vance is gonna have a tough time. I think he's gonna have a tough time. I think you're right. He could squeak his way um, into something, but already Marco Rubio is polling higher than he is, right? And which is like, what? How did that happen? But anyway, oh my God, did I lose my spot? Okay, no. Israel is absorbing casualties for us. I'm middle, by the way. Israel is absorbing casualties for us. Big Poppy, there shouldn't be a single U.S. casualty for Israel's war. Iran was not an imminent threat to us. They did not have nuclear capabilities. You know how I know they didn't have nuclear capabilities? Because Trump said they didn't have it. Because Trump said he obliterated it. So I ask you, was Trump lying to us when he said that they obliterated their capabilities for nuclear power? Or is he lying today when he says that they're an imminent threat because of nuclear capabilities? When was he lying? Point to me. Somebody tell me in the chat. Was Trump lying when he said he obliterated the nuclear capabilities? Or is he lying today when he says that they're a nuclear threat? When was he lying? Then or now? Just let me know. Let me know. But regardless, he's a fucking liar. And and I have to remind you guys this because this is just basics. This is basic shit. You have to ask yourself this question. Use your logic. Why do people lie? Just sit with that for a second. Why do people lie? Is it perchance to hide ulterior motives? I don't know. You tell me. Um, I'm in the same boat voting. Hell Pops or Hell Glizzy. Wait a minute, Joe. Are you saying you weren't voting Republican no matter what? What if they put up a surprise candidate unrelated? What do you mean, a surprise candidate? Most likely, I will be voting for. So, okay, so let me make sure I'm asking the right. I'll answer multiple questions I think you may be asking. In the midterms, I'll probably vote for Vivek. I'll probably vote for Vivek. Honestly, I probably will. I probably will. I'll vote for Vivek most likely because, well, I know he's deeply flawed. He has a very shady background, very, very shady background, and he has some flaws. Um, I like the fact that he's untested. You know what I mean? It's like, do you go with the devil you know or the devil you don't know? Quite frankly, where they go with the devil, I don't know. To be quite frank, in Ohio. But in terms of the next presidential election, I'm already very likely going to just vote third party because the libertarians are the candidates I have the most agreement with when it comes to policies, right? And so for me, I prefer to vote for candidates that most closely match my policy opinions. Now, I know this is different than how other people vote. I know a lot, and this is how I voted in the last election. A lot of people vote for particular candidates because they don't want another candidate to win. And while I think that's a totally legitimate and respectable way of voting in elections, that's not how I tend to vote. Now, a big reason that I voted for Trump in the last election was because I did not want Kamala to win. Because what she represented to me was basically the entire Democratic Party, the establishment machine, winning, right? We saw the establishment Democrats running Biden's entire fucking presidency because he had fucking dementia. So I didn't want to see a repeat of his administration because it was so terrible. Biden's administration was one of the worst administrations in US history. And I did not want to see that continue. So when you have that in my head, combined with the idea that, oh, Trump is having more libertarian influence in his administration, I thought, okay, this might be the one good time for me to break off from my norm and vote for one of these major parties. I'm under the impression now it doesn't really matter. I should just vote based on principle and keep it that way. It's the simplest way to vote. It's the simplest way to vote for me. You don't have to do any of that guessing. But where the other person wins, and oh my god, but a vote for this person is actually vote for that person. And if you don't vote for that person, then that means you're a vote for the other person. It's like, girl, stop. All these politicians are owned by the same party. It's called APEC. Stop. The illusion of choice, stop. Save it. So hopefully that answers your question. Um, I can tell you what, there's no way I'm voting for anyone in Trump's administration. I'm not voting for JD Vance. That's already been decided. I'm not voting for him at all. There's no way I'm voting for anyone in this administration. Period. Period. They have done so much damage. They have zero ethics. They have not backed up anything they said they were actually going to do on the campaign trail. They have not followed through on basic shit. So there's no way I'm voting for anyone in this administration. That's for damn sure. That's been decided. That's already been decided. Now, if they get another Republican up there that, has some fucking goddamn sense, then sure. Then sure. I'll consider it. Patrick, hi Cho, both parties suck ass. We know. I'm just tired of every Democrat. Me too. Hey Cho, what are we talking about? I missed the whole start to this. Been staring at the bottom of a bottle. Staring at the bottom of a bottle? What? Why are you doing that? We're just talking politics. Hey Cho, hey Awesome Sauce, surprise you're doing a live tonight. It's always a treat. Um, Awesome Sauce, I go live every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. This is no longer new. How are you guys not listen? I go live every single night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Um, Mini sub rant. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, Paulina, what's going on? I finally got some Korean skincare. Oh my god, that's so exciting. What did you get, Paulina? There's Mr. Lamont. Nice, bro. It's Lamont. But Cho, I'm not MAGA, but the gas prices were falling. You know what's horrible for gas energy prices? War. Well, yeah, Leah, but it was a choice to go to war. Trump made the choice to go to war. He made the choice to increase gas prices when he made the choice to go to war. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, whatever. Join the club, I guess. Fuck 'em, Cho. Join the misanthropes. We have cookies. Everyone is anti or phobic. I know. Um, your channel, boo. What up, homie? I'd love to see JD as a candidate. He's leading the fraud investigation in California. He'll demolish any Democrat in a debate. Hey, Wild Free Silver. What if voting in general is fake and it doesn't matter how we vote and whoever pays the most or has connections wins? Well, that's generally how it goes, Wild Free Silver. Welcome to the U.S. political landscape where the talking points are made up and your votes don't matter. Up like Trump rate, Shrimmer? I don't know what that is. If AOC's polling at 40%, you still voting Lib? I'll never vote for Lib, Miss Big Poppy. I don't know where you got that from. See, here again. So, prime example of what I'm talking about. Prime live example of what I'm talking about. Nowhere, Big Poppy, with all due respect, I've been talking for 40 minutes and 35 seconds. And nowhere in the 40 minutes that I've been running my goddamn mouth did I ever say I would ever vote for a liberal. I hope you meant libertarian, but what are you talking about? This is what I mean. It's like, I hope, maybe you meant libertarian, but usually people say lib and they think liberal. I think liberal. But nowhere have I would never, I would never vote for a Democrat on the national scale. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Um, but this is what I mean. It's like you trash Republicans, you trash the administration, and all of a sudden they just automatically assume you must be a liberal or a Democrat. Girl, bye. Um, if AOC is polling at 40%, you still voting lib. I'm gonna just let me assume that you meant libertarian. Yes. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Why would I? Yeah, I'll. Yeah, if AOC's polling at 40% and it's JD Vance versus her, you damn right I'm voting libertarian. Absolutely, because neither of those candidates represent me at all. They're both liars. Both of them, they mean nothing to me. And again, let me wrap this back around to my other point that you guys have heard me say time and time again. I care more about my house than the White House. So even if it's AOC that wins, guess what? Joe's gonna be fine. You know why? Because I have control over 95% of the things that happen to me in my goddamn life. I do. Okay? And AOC being president is not gonna stop me. Just like Biden being president didn't stop me. Just like Trump being president the first time didn't stop me. Just like Trump being fucking shit up now, it's not stopping me. So at the end of the day, y'all, remember, do not get so caught up in these politics that you lose the essence of your autonomy. Okay? Because I'm a big believer in radical accountability. And to me, radical accountability means that you can't blame your life's issues all on who the fucking president is of the United States. Sorry, I don't subscribe to that. So yes, if it's AOC and it looks like she's gonna win, I'm voting Libertarian and versus JD Vance. Yes, I am. Be mad about it if you want. It's okay. We can be mad at each other. But yes, yes, I'll be voting my principles. And the reason why is because if everyone voted for their principles instead of trying to gamble how their vote is going to somehow affect, you know, the the outcome, if everyone stopped gambling with their vote and they just voted based on their principles, we'd have more than two parties. We'd have more than two parties. But you guys get caught up in just this question. This is what I mean. You guys get caught up in the two-party uniparty system, and it's designed to make you think like this. It's intentional. It's intentional to make you think like this. But what about scary ALC? What if she wins? I don't know if you've noticed, Big Poppy, but look at the last several elections. Remember when it was Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton? Well, what if Hillary Clinton wins? Well, what if Trump wins? Everyone had that same excuse for why they don't want to vote for third party. What if the other party wins? We're fucked regardless. So yes, I'll be voting Libertarian if AOC's polling at 40%. At least she has a nice ass. Now listen, listen. I may hate that cunt. I may hate that cunt, but she's beautiful. She has a nice ass. She does. She does. She does. She may be a commie, but she has a nice ass. She does. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Um, Sorry. Some communists are beautiful. Some communists are sexy. Now, most of them are not, but some of them are. AOC is one of them. Um, Dementia for real, man. Sundown on live TV. I mean, what a fucking joke the Biden administration was. I mean, and this is what I mean, and this is why Trump is so disappointing, because Trump said a lot of things during his campaign that I was like, I know you like, as someone that used to be a never Trumper before I voted for the bastard. Oh my God, I had all these ideas that maybe he was really going to arrest Dr. Fauci, that really he was going to like really take down all the illegal shit that Democrats did, all of the oh, by the way, oh my God, I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow. Sorry, this is a mini rant. You know what? I'll save it for tomorrow. But a lawsuit. I want to talk about a lawsuit tomorrow. We're going to talk about a lawsuit tomorrow. I'm going to put my law degree in use. I don't have a law degree, but like attorney at law, attorney at law. We're going to talk about a law case um, that surrounds the Biden administration that the people won. And this is really great news. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Um, but I just want to say that, like, yeah, I like no one has been arrested. Like, there's been no arrests under this administration. Why is Dr. Fauci not in handcuffs right now? Why? Like what? Um, that's disappointing. Um, I'm MAGA and I like you. People need to get a grip. You can be cool and still have your opinions. America's awesome. Room for many opinions. See, I love you. I love you for that, Salad. Because listen, not all. Listen, and I know DJ's gonna hate me for saying this, but there's nuance. It's the power of nuance. Okay, people can have a difference of opinion. People can claim labels. And I struggle with the whole claiming of labels because it never really tells you everything about a person and their ideology. It just never does. It never could, right? Um, but there are MAGA people who watch my channel who connect with me on certain policies and certain issues, and I like that because I think again we should be having more conversations, not less, right? Um, and it's incredible what MAGA was able to do to get in a candidate like Trump. Like I have tremendous respect for the movement in general because they did something that the Tea Party, which I was a big, those of a particular age will know about the Tea Party. You know, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But anyway, they did what the Tea Party could not do. We couldn't do back in the day when it came to kind of co-opting one of the major parties. You know, 'cause the Tea Party, which is basically a libertarian movement, tried to co-opt the Republican Party, and MAGA was able to take over the Republican Party. And I think it's really an impressive political story, right? Very, very impressive what they were able to do. I just wish that they would. I mean, the thing I asked from MAGA, I asked that MAGA become. I want them to marry their principles. That's all I want. I want them to marry their principles because the Tea Party married their principles. We married our principles. You know what I mean? Um, but I feel like Trump is not MAGA anymore. I think that's my problem. I think that's the problem I'm having right now with the right is or with MAGA or whatever you want to say. MAGA and Trump used to be on one page, right? I voted for that. But it seems as though Trump is not MAGA anymore, and MAGA is not MAGA anymore because they're following Trump, and it makes me feel like, well, fuck. I feel like I'm more MAGA than MAGA, and they're calling me a liberal. That's that kind of surmises my feelings about the way I've been treated by some people on the right as of lately, on online, and it's just like, how did we get here? Like, I haven't changed. I get on my live and I say the same shit day in and day out. I don't change. You really can't listen. I know I'm not big enough for this, but you bitches really can't go back in time and pick out a clip contradicting what I say when it comes to a position, a policy position. You can't go back and a year ago and say, "Oh, but Joe, you said this a year ago, and now you're saying this." You can't do that with me. You can't do that with me. Um, Thank you, Salad Slaps, for the jewels. Thank you so much. But it feels like MAGA has been doing that. They've been doing that. Um, and again, um, I haven't written. I have them written down right here on my Instagram. There's one, two, three. There's four issues. Four issues. Before, I mean, I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you because the shit's crazy. Oh wait, let me move that out the way. Somebody's address is there. Okay. Um, Here we go. Epstein's clients are going to prison. You didn't care about the Epstein files when Biden was president. Abolish the IRS. Taxing imports will affect the economy. Every gun law is an infringement. Red flag law to stop mass shootings. No new wars. We should regime change in Venezuela and Iran. So, again, did I change? Or did MAGA change? Because I agree with all four of those things. But it seems as though MAGA has been backpedaling and pussy popping on those four issues, among others, by the way, among many others. Um, Ryan, then I don't. Okay, I will have to send you many, many examples. They They were defending red flag laws when it came to Alex Preddy with the ICE shooting. Because red flag laws came up in that case for whatever reason. I don't know how that even became part of the conversation, but that was something that was brought up during that whole debacle of a situation. Um, I wait. Let me go back up. Oh fuck. Wait. RFK Jr. He lived up to his word. I'm not mad at RFK Jr. I'm not mad at him. He's probably the person I like the most out of this administration. Um, though there's been some major issues with him too. But drank three-fourths of a bottle of whiskey after the bullshit today. What bullshit? How's the girl you were gonna go on a date with, Ryan? How's the girl? Is she recovering okay? I meant libertarian. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I answered that way, Big Poppy. Just in case. Sorry, I got kind of hot. How can a barber win a race because he knows a shortcut? I was just too lazy to type it out. My bad. No problem. The question still stands though. Voting is immoral. I'm not gay. Kiss me, bro. Okay. Hey, Kit the Traveler. Love you. Come on. Let's discuss RFK Jr. I'm pretty big on Maha. I'm a Maha type of guy. And again, so would I vote for RFK Jr.? he's part of this administration. See, it's not all bad. See, it's not. It's I had to think about that. I had to really think about that one. I had to really think about that one because I do have issues with him. I do. I do. I really do. Um, but anyway, um, it's a game. Trump made a dream team taken from both sides, but what has that dream team done? They still not deporting enough bitches for my liking. Um, anyway, um, the MAGA side, yeah, easy on the eyes. Oh man, I wish. You know the Monopoly rules? I'm watching Pluto TV, Shrek TV. What's your thoughts on actual aliens info coming out? I don't give a fuck. To be quite frank with you, Salad Slaps, I feel like the whole alien thing is a fucking distraction. I do not give a fuck about no fucking aliens. And not even a little bit. Take us away at this point. Take me away at this point. Honestly, truly, take me away at this point. Take me away. Um, yeah, I don't have any thoughts on aliens. I have thoughts about Jeffrey Epstein and why Trump's DOJ has closed discussions about it because, and I wish I had the quote. Where is the fucking quote? Let me go to my bookmarks. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Um, what did the DOJ say? I got too many bookmarks. Uh, and then, oh, it just gets worse and worse and worse. Did you guys know that Melania Trump just had um, President Macron's husband on? I had a discussion with her talking about how to protect children, and this man, this woman with the dick, talking about the First Amendment needs to be restricted. Liberty has rules. We have to be free, but adapt to certain code. Get this man out of my fucking country. How dare the Trump administration have Brigitte Macron in the White House after what this president and his husband is trying to do to Candace Owens? See, this is the shit I'm talking about. And you know what? Y'all got me pissed off. Because I was trying to look for something. Now I got distracted with my bookmarks. Don't piss me off. Stop. This is another reason I cannot fucking stand Trump. Because Trump does not stand on principle at all. 1 minute, if you're on his team, you're on his side, and tee hee, ha ha, key, ho ho, everything's great, right? But the minute you start to criticize him, he's vindictive. Do not mistake this as a coincidence that the White House is having Brigitte Macron as a guest in America. This is not a mistake. Candace Owens has been coming out hard against Trump lately because of policy decisions that he's made. Right? All of a sudden, Melania Trump invites President Macron's husband to the White House to talk about protecting children. What that was putting Candace Owens on watch. We have a sitting president of a Western country currently suing Candace Owens, trying to take away her freedom of speech. And the Trumps invite these demons into the White House. Disgusting. Deplorable. It's absolutely disgusting. Now I forget what I was, and we may talk about that tomorrow, because I have a docket. I have a whole bunch of videos somewhere, and that's why I bookmarked it. Look at her. Look at her. Disgusting. 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 Now, what was I even saying? Um. Oh, I was looking for the DOJ statement. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for the DOJ statement about why they've closed down the Jeffrey Epstein discussion. Well, the reason why, I'll just paraphrase it for you. The reason why is because of the war in Iran. The war in Iran is the reason why they can't talk about Jeffrey Epstein anymore. Well, I wonder why. It's like, well, I wonder why they can't. I wonder why is there a connection between Iran and Israel with Jeffrey Epstein? Now why would that be anything? What? Hmm? You mean to tell me that the White House, the DOJ is intimating that there could be an international connection between the Jeffrey Epstein files and Israel? Hmm. Now who said that first? It was the conspiracy theorists, right? Us conspiracy theorists said that first, didn't we? Girl, kiss my ass. Now I haven't seen a single person. Wait. Oh, where'd that go? Um, I haven't seen a single person talk about red flag laws. Let me see if I can even look it up for you. It was all over Twitter. Um, um, I'll have to look for it later for you. I mean, before I don't want to be researching while live. Um, hey Brandon, do you want World War III or should I all politicians Epstein files be arrested? What? Well, we're on the brink of World War III right now. What the fuck are you talking about, Don? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Do I want World War III? We weren't gonna have World War III. The only people threatening World War III is Israel, threatening the use of nuclear weapons. What? Let's not go there, Donnie. Let's not go there. Cause there's only one person threatening to use nuclear weapons, and that's Israel. Don't let stop. Conservatives, wait, I did a tour of duty in TikTok space. It's full of Epstein apologists. It has real commies. It has Oh, why my page go dark? I hope I don't lose my chat. Okay, wait. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta go soon. Um. Wait. Okay, wait. So conservatives wish they could have beliefs like mine, but the Constitution holds us back. What is red flag laws? Red flag laws, to be very general, is when um, people can petition for you to have your guns taken away because maybe you're a danger to yourself or others. But the petitions can come from friends, family members, et cetera, et cetera. So, for example, you know, and I don't know the exact process of how this works, um, But having people who may not have your best interest at heart be able to petition for you to lose the right to bear arms, I think it's terrible. I think it's terrible. Um, I didn't see them defending red flag laws, just saying he shouldn't have been carrying a gun or actively looking for trouble. Remember, I said after the first video, I could just tell he was. I mean, he was. Listen, you're never gonna catch me defending him and saying that he was looking for trouble. He definitely was looking for trouble. He was being an agitator. He was definitely breaking the law. Yes, I agree with all of that stuff. I agree with all of that. But I don't think that him just having a gun does not make you a threat. Because that same energy can be applied to other instances where people's rights to bear arms can be threatened. And that's why I don't agree with him, because he wasn't fighting. He didn't fight them, right? Um he was attacked per the video. Now, should he have been attacked or not? I mean, we can argue that maybe he shouldn't have been attacked, maybe he should have been attacked, but I'm just never I'm always going to err on the caution of defending someone's right to bear arms. That's just maybe I'm biased in that regard. Maybe I'm biased in that regard. Maybe I'm just from Ohio, and that's what we get down in Ohio. I don't know. I could be wrong, Leah. I'm okay being wrong. Um, Ryan said, I don't know. She texted me today saying she's getting back with her ex. That's the same girl that was in the hot. Wait, stop. 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 Wait. So the same girl that you took a teddy bear to, or you took flowers to? You took flowers or a teddy bear to the hospital of a girl you were going on a date with, and that's the same bitch who is now getting back with her ex. Shame on her. See, in the Discord channel, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice because I'm a nice person. I'm the nicest person ever. But now I think she's a cunt. I do. I do. Shame on her. Oh my god, that just like pissed me the fuck off. That just pissed me off just now. How dare she? How dare she? Wow. I'm like, that is I'm so gagged. I'm so gagged right now by that reveal, Ryan. I'm so sorry. She's a fucking cunt. That's why she ended up in the hospital in the first place. Karma. It was karma. See, he knew. He knew her heart. He knew. I'm telling you. Jesus is the truth. Hell is real. We all sin. He died on the cross to pay for our sins, was buried, and rose again the third day. Put your faith in him alone to save you. Trust in what he did for you. She's knocked up if he is MAGA. Stalking ice like Renee Good. Then remember all that info came out. Oh yeah, he broke the yeah. I remember he broke the tail light. Behaving like an animal. But that's a separate. I think that's a separate issue. Were those the same cops? Well, not cops. Were those the same agents that eventually tackled him? Was that on a different day or earlier in that day? I mean, these are like marathons, y'all. These protests, these Antifa shithole human beings, you know. Listen, again, we can. I don't want to relitigate that story, but I think based off of the video evidence I saw, there was no reason he should have been shot. There was no reason he should have been shot based on the video evidence that I saw. That the agents in that situation had no reason to shoot him whatsoever. And I think, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the gun um, that was taken off of him, didn't it discharge and that's why they all shot at him, because the agent that removed the gun from him didn't tell the others that they removed the gun, just removed it, and then it went off, and then pow, 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 pow. I mean, terrible accident, terrible, terrible accident. But I think where I came down on that story was that these agents are under immense pressure. They probably need more training, and communist leftists have heightened the energy. They have, made this way more dangerous than it needs to be, because that's what the left does. They use violence, and then they cry about being victims. They love being victims. In fact, I told y'all this. Listen, when Renee Good died, I know that Governor Walz probably wet himself. I know he immediately ejaculated when Renee Good got killed. And then when Alex Preddy got killed, baby, those were the best days for Democrats, because they could use victimhood or victimization as a way to use leverage against their political opponents. That's all they do. That's all. That's Democrats love to do that. They love it, love it, love it. They love wielding victimization, real or fake, by the way, as a way to beat their political opponents, because they're so good at virtue signaling and, you know, marginalized communities. They're so good at that. They're so good at that, right? Um, and so it's like I was just disappointed that, like, once again we have ICE um, not in the running good, because she deserved to be shot. Uh, I think she, listen, I think she had that coming. She had it coming. She had that coming. Sorry, sorry if you disagree with that. You don't get to hit. You don't get to hit an ICE agent and then scream victim. Sorry. Um, but I just felt it was different with Alex Purdy. I felt like it was a different, two totally different cases when you look at the video evidence of the instance where he was shot. I thought it was very, very different than the Renee Good. But no, Democrats love when people die. They love it. They love death. They love. I'm sorry, but it's true. It's true. I'm sorry. It's true. Democrats love death. They love it. Can't get enough of it. And I was just so disappointed that, like, ICE did that to Alex Preddy, because it just gave the left more ammunition against ICE, because ICE is doing um, a job that we voted for them to do. And I 100% agree with their mission. I don't agree with everything that ICE is doing. I disagree with the conditions of the detention centers. Even though I know that every detention center is not the 5 stars, Four Seasons hotel, okay? Right? Every detention center that we've ever had in the history of detention centers have been inhumane. So let's just stop, okay? Stop with the virtue signaling. They're inhumane. Okay, sure, great. Um, and like the whole I'm rambling now. I'm rambling. I need to just read comments. Sorry. I'm getting into I'm like really rambling. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Um, Stalking eyes leveled away. Where is this bundle of sticks steaming from? He definitely doesn't seem to be reading ours. I stand by that. I also think Ice was brutal to him and the woman they pepper sprayed. But remember, nuance. Two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, you're right. King, he's behind. Calm down. Make a friend in chat. Trash rage bait. Yeah, very far behind. I can tell. Rage bait avoidance buzzword. Alien, say it was real. You want to go into space? Me too, man. Yeah, I do. Imagine thinking Dems are superior. Good luck with OAC and Ilhan running your party into the ground. America hating liberals. Thanks for being here, babe. Thanks for the view. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, Void, how about you try listening for more than 5 minutes, you troglodyte? Or rewind 5 minutes where he was going hard on Biden, but coming in making assumptions. Well, you know the saying. All because he went hard on Biden doesn't mean what he's saying is true about Trump. Everything I said about Trump is true. Everything I said about Trump is true. Be mad about it, cunt. Imagine thinking Dems are superior seems to imply you think he's liberal. He isn't. Do they care about Candace? Trump? Yeah, Trump definitely does. Um, Also, as someone who promoted Trump myself, what he is wrong about exactly? Oh, well, okay. I can give you a list, Leah. He's wrong about tariffs. He's wrong about the war in Iran. He's wrong about Epstein. He's wrong about the big beautiful bill and the spending and the damage that does to multiple generations to come after us. Um, that's just four. Um, what else? And those are big things. Those are really, really, really big things. Um, that is wild. Charlie Kirk nearly beat down Cenk Ugar for Candace Owens' honor. I can't take his voice anymore. Just know my opinions are legitimate, and y'all should think about them legitimately. Okay. No way, King. Really great people can do badly on IQ tests. They're antiquated anyway. It should be morals. If you hadn't been stalking ICE, you would be right. I already agreed the agents were brutal, but when you take a firearms class, they teach you day one, don't take a weapon and look for trouble. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there. You think Ohio's pro gun? Try East Tennessee. I need to move there, baby girl. I want two-way rights for almost everyone, period. But two things can be right, and not everything is slippery slope. Having should have known better in this case doesn't mean every person who owns a gun should be painted with the same brush. Um, I'm so sorry, Ryan. Where's my favorite word? Bish. It's all good, Leah. I'm just gonna go back to being misanthropic and telling everyone where they can shove it if they try to talk to me. Well, we like you. Different day, 11 days earlier, doesn't excuse ICE behavior. I already condemned that, but it does show a pattern of behavior on his part. He's a psychopath. Yes. Alex Preddy is a psychopath, but psychopaths don't deserve to get shot. That's all. Antifa members, unless they're threatening people physically with death, which they do sometimes, they don't deserve death. They don't deserve to be shot for protesting. Um, Love everything you said, Leah. Thanks, Brandon. I'm capable of nuance when it's appropriate. Leah's the boss ass bitch. We love Leah. As someone who served time, until they get our own doc squared away, they better not touch a damn extension center. Um, Sally got this. Sorry, but JD is just as bad in my opinion. He whipped and can't seem to stand on his own 2 feet. Give me another person in this place for sure. I won't be voting for JD. They already so they best put up. Not doing it. Um. Oh no. So I don't know why he think. I don't know why I think he'll notice. It's okay, Leah. Yeah. um. Sorry, Leah. I listen. I don't listen. You know I'm over. I just be talking, Leah. You know me, girl. You know how I am. You know how I am, Leah. Girl, don't mind me. I just be talking shit, reacting to everything. Sorry. But like you said, people keep putting only the left and right, and no one in the middle or a little bit of both. Leah, you know, I just be foaming at the mouth, screeching, crying, vomiting, throwing up, shitting. I just be talking. Girl, even if you listen, you can drag me, and it's fine for you to drag me, Leah, because you're my sister. But nobody else can drag me. Um, Guys, we're gonna go. It's been a long night. It's been 79 minutes. Y'all got me really going tonight. Um, and just be over here, your usual yes man. Oh my god, crazy. Um, but no, it's been 80 minutes. Y'all, I was really kind of fiery tonight. I like being called a liberal to me is I know listen, I don't want to be offensive because a lot of my friends are liberal. Most of my friends are very liberal. Um But to me, being called liberal is offensive to me. Only not because it's like such a horrible, evil thing to be liberal. I'm not saying that. But just because I'm the furthest from that, right? So I hate the fact that big time Trump supporters are coming to my videos, calling me a liberal, calling me a commie, just because I don't got Trump's dick in my mouth. It's like, stop. It's too much. Um, it's just funny. Quickest bitch to say, hold up now, Cho. The quickest and the quickest. And you better continue to be the quickest too, Leah. You better continue to be the quickest bitch to call me out, please. And thank you. Okay, guys, we're gonna go. But we gotta call Trump out on the things that we actually disagree with. I know I call Trump lots of bad words. I call him a psychopath. I call him, this. I call him that. Da 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 da. But we have to try to keep it on policy when we can, right? Um, because that's how people should be making their decisions, not on their personalities, not on if you just don't like them, but like, are they going to push the policies that you agree with or don't agree with, right? Do they share more principles with you than other candidates? We have to always focus on that. And listen, when I voted for Trump, that was me admitting that I shared more principles with Trump's policy propositions than I did with Kamala Harris. I know that's triggering to a lot of people that I can be a black gay man. I don't know why. I don't know why identity politics comes into it. Um, but but yeah, you have to focus on um, policies. What are the policies that you agree with or don't agree with, right? Um, but yeah, I just want to remind you guys that I'm always going to give my opinion about your favorite politicians because I hate them all. I really, I hate 98% of politicians, and so regardless of who I vote for, regardless of who I vote against, I'm going to drag everybody when I see fit. That's just how I've always been that way. I've always been that way. That will not be changing. Um, so I mean, yeah, deal with it. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'll be the liberal. Call me a liberal. Whatever. Call me a MAGA. I get called MAGA all the time. I'm a coon. I'm a coon. I'm race. I'm homophobic. I'm transphobic. I'm anti-Semitic. I'm Islamophobic. What else am I? Um, what else am I? Did I get called? I'm a tool of white supremacy. I've gotten that before too. Um, that is funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm a tool of white supremacy, girl. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'm here every night, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Let's hang out. Let's chit chat. Tomorrow, by the way, oh my God, wait, before I go. Tomorrow, I've got some interesting stuff to talk about. Okay, I got some really, you know, I talked about how much I hate. Wait, we're talking about Missouri versus Biden, and this relates to our First Amendment rights, which you guys know I'm a devout supporter of, and so this is a groundbreaking case that the people won that I want to talk about tomorrow. So I'm gonna have that ready, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. Um, Biden lost. Biden lost this case, literally. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, and then we'll talk about. There's a video that one of my followers and slash friends, David, friend to the show, pillar of the community, David Pertio Davila, he sent me a video that I want to talk about. And the title is "Pretending Like America Isn't a Great Place to Live is Embarrassingly Stupid." I want to watch that video together because Listen, I talk a lot of shit about America and these demonic fucking politicians, but it's still the best place in the fucking world. And I'll always be patriotic, and I'll always support my nation and my country. And people living here talking about my capitalism, capital America so off. Stop, stop, stop. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So it's gonna be a horizontal stream. So we'll be watching videos together. But those are the two main things I want to talk about. If we have time, um, if we have time, there are a couple other things I want to look into. But anyway, I almost had to sneeze. Oh wait, oh my god, pumpkin, pumpkin. That stops you from sneezing. It does. Wait, this is a tough one. If I'm gonna sneeze, just fucking sneeze. Pumpkin. Okay, I think I'm fine. Um, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about those stories tomorrow. Again, we're here live every night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Thank you guys so much. Please, like the stream, subscribe to the channel for more, and we'll chat soon. Have a good one.